How is it going, guys? Shark11 here, and welcome to the first episode of Shark Synopses, where I do a little recap of a game after I finish it. So this episode is about my first LP, Titan Souls. So let's jump on in. Titan Souls starts you off by throwing you down in the middle of an abandoned ruin? I don't know. Your only equipment is a magical bow and arrow. As far as story goes, the game doesn't exactly explain much to you. You get the idea that you're supposed to be fighting against these large creatures, or monsters, called Titans, just by being allowed to progress by defeating them. But other than that, you don't really have a clue about why you're doing this, or even what these Titans do or stand for. The only text you get is some hieroglyphics for the monsters' names, excluding a few, and one unique Titan who questions your motives for fighting against the Titans. It's not until you've beaten the game once that you're even able to see the deciphered names of the Titans. That gives you the hint there may be some hidden story amongst the Titans themselves. Lastly, there's one boss called Elhanan, the Titan Slayer, and he seems to bear his own bow and arrow, showing that you weren't the first person to try and slay the Titans, and maybe there were even others before him. The short little pieces of story in this game give you the idea that there's some sort of mystery to solve, whilst exploring the land and battling the Titans. As I mentioned earlier, your only equipment in this game is a bow and arrow. And when I say arrow, I mean a single arrow. You may be wondering how you're supposed to kill a bunch of monsters with one arrow. And the answer to that is, well, magic. This is no ordinary bow and arrow, you see? Just by extending your hand, you can force pull your arrow back to you once you've shot it. Which is pretty awesome, I've gotta say. Anyway, besides that, the only other things you're able to do is run a bit faster, or roll to help with dodging, or maneuvering around to get the best shot that you can with your arrows. The game itself gives off a Shadow of the Colossus vibe in the way that literally the only enemies in the game are giant bosses you have to defeat. Each boss itself is like a puzzle you have to figure out. In my experience, I spent the first few deaths trying to figure out where the hell a boss's weak point is, and then another like 10 or so trying to figure out the best way to actually hit that spot, and then probably like 5 more just tweaking that path till I finally make it. While occasionally frustrating, I found it super fun trying to figure out bosses out, since each attempt always seemed to pan out differently. Such as in the way I get cornered by the bosses, or having to avoid giant trails of fire they leave on the floor. The music in this game is amazing. Like, seriously, I think it's one of the reasons I enjoyed the game so much. Each boss has its own theme that made each fight super epic. The moment you initiate a fight with a Titan, you get hit by a wave of awesomeness in your ears that makes you think, oh shit, this guy's gonna fuck me up. All kidding aside though, I really did enjoy the music, and it definitely creates the atmosphere for the game. Here's a couple samples from the game to give you an idea though. Overall, I think the music played a big role in this game, if you saw anything from those clips. Without it, I don't think all of the bosses would have given off a feeling that you should be prepared for a tough fight. Every single time. I think there's a number of different things that make this game stand out. The most obvious one, if you play for like 10 seconds, is the shooting mechanic. Having to retract your arrow if you miss adds a lot to the challenge, and sometimes it's necessary in order to be able to take down a boss. The next obvious thing is the whole only boss fights. I mean, this game does really well with this, and from my memory, I think there's close to like 20 different bosses to take down. each one memorable and challenging in its own way. Speaking of which, all the bosses are awesome. Each one makes you think and makes itself distinct from all the other titans. Lastly, the graphic style is also a huge selling point. Since your character is so small compared to everything else, the zoomed out camera style gives you the sense of being tiny compared to the titans. The pixely style also works really well, and everything still looks beautiful in the game. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. One of my favorite parts of it was the music, if I didn't make it clear before, because it made every fight feel important, as well as all the boss fights themselves. Each fight made me think, and even when I was starting to rage after dying so many times on a single titan, I'd figure something out, and the excitement came right back. I definitely recommend this game to anyone looking for a challenge, because unless you're a beast, you will die. A lot. I think I ended my first run with a little over 200 deaths, but each one was a chance to learn either how to dodge or just about the boss in general. If you're considering getting the game, I'd definitely say go for it. I believe I grabbed it during a Steam sale for only a couple bucks, and it was easily worth it. If you're still not convinced though, why don't you check out my playthrough up in that info card in the top right corner. Or just wait till the end of the video for a link to the playlist. Or if you just feel like watching in general. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of my Shark Synopses series, where I go back after completing a game and give my thoughts on it. If you like my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more, or some of my other links down in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.